Welcome to another episode of Integrated Insights. So, today I'm here to share an unpopular opinion on how to handle work while you're on vacation. I definitely understand the need to be disconnected when you're away, spending time either alone or with friends or with family. But there's certain roles in an organization, especially in leadership roles, entrepreneurial roles, where it's really difficult to do that. And for me, being completely disconnected not only causes additional anxiety for me, but for other people, whether it's members of the team or clients. So I like to find a way to balance that, ability to be somewhat connected at times that doesn't disrupt time away, allows me to unwind and disconnect in most cases, and really still gives me that energy and kind of refocus I need while I'm taking that time off. So my first opinion and feeling, which is an unpopular one, is do not set an auto reply message while you're away. Again, I know this contradicts what a lot of people do, but my feeling is that an auto reply definitely can, again, create anxiety. So, client emails you with something important, they get an auto office reply, and maybe there's instructions on who to contact in different scenarios, but not all the scenarios kind of fit one of those buckets necessarily. So then they have to reach out to someone else that they're not familiar with, that they're not sure is going to be able to help them. So personally, I do not set out of office auto replies up when I'm away. What I do instead is I just schedule times to check email and then either forward that on to someone on the team or address it if needed. But that is my second opinion, which is unpopular as well, is that checking your email while you're away is something that a lot of people avoid, but it is something that I typically will do. I'll schedule a few check-ins during the day. So I'll do an early morning, before we start doing anything. So if I'm with my family, before we go out in some type of activity, I'll do that an early morning email check. Maybe it's 20, 30 minutes. I'll do an evening email check as well, maybe after we're done for the day. And then I usually just try to get one more in as well during the day if I can. If I can't, I don't worry about it. I just make sure that that evening check, maybe I spend a little bit more time. So by doing that, it allows me to, again, keep the auto out of office reply off and still make sure that if I need to route things to the appropriate person and provide some additional context, I can do that. So I can still have someone else in the team reach out and address an issue, but I'm able to provide some context or maybe even let the client know or whoever's reaching out know, like, hey, I'm away, but so and so and the team's going to be able to help you. So it definitely comes a lot of anxiety between clients and our team by just being able to still facilitate some type of introduction or address things in a way that really provides a little more value than just a cold outreach to someone else in the team. So again, opinion number one that a lot of people disagree with: not setting up an auto reply, and the second being not checking your email. Two things that I do, but I do much more strategically when I do take time off. The third thing I do, and this is something that I recommend, and I think a lot of people will agree with, is just creating a document, a shared document with important items that need to be addressed while you're away. So, what I typically do is create one document that I share with team leaders, and essentially it has things that either need to be done or that may come up while I'm away with some additional notes. This way, everything's in one place. So, it eliminates a lot of need to have email back and forth or Slack messages or direct messages back and forth because everything is living in one document. And if something else does come up while I'm away, we can add it to that document as well. And then we can comment within the document. So again, having one shared document gives us a centralized location to address anything that is important or top of mind for me while I'm not working or while I am out of town or just taking time off. But it still gives us a way to have everything in one place and collaborate. And again, it eliminates a lot of the back and forth emails, email chains, Slack conversations. So it helps us centralize all those conversations. And again, if something else comes up, we can always add it to the document. So this way, when I return, it gives us a chance to review everything as well to make sure that we're able to get through everything that we're able to. So in some cases, this extra time that I'll put in creates less anxiety for me personally, right? So I actually feel better while I'm away, knowing that we've addressed all the things that need to be addressed versus being completely disconnected and just feeling like I, maybe needed for something. And that's just me personally. I know people feel differently, and some of us can completely disconnect. It's just not something I've ever been very good at. So this is the way that I personally handle that. And again, I do feel like you can stay partially connected and still enjoy a stress-free time away. So hopefully this is helpful, and hopefully you've been able to get away and enjoy some time with friends and family or alone this summer. Some of us just like to, spend some time just by ourselves, just to kind of have some downtime spend some time in isolation. These are all great things for our mental health, and hopefully you're able to do that this summer.